There's something in the air that comes down from up there. It's like a set of golden stairs. Heaven's door opens up. The God of glory lifts up my head. I say a prayer and he says, well said. My eyes fill up with joy. It comes from the living God himself. The only one true God who created the whole earth, who knit me before my birth. And he said he chose me to live inside me and give me a spirit. It's crazy, see, I don't deserve this love inside of me, but love was nailed to a tree to see me live wholesomely. There is no sin in me because the one who gave it all said it is done. The sin of all the world was brought upon him, the Son. So when I become small, he becomes great. When there's nothing to eat, he fills me with bread. And he says he's the bread of life. He's the one who he claims. My God completes my story. He is the beginning and the end. I'm still here by grace and he calls me friend. And it's only by his grace, his grace. Yes, I went through hell, can't explain too much now, but there was so much pain, so much filth. But God said I want that one who cried by herself. The one who had no hope, who the devil had locked up chained. He said, I want you to give you my love. You don't belong in hell. Take my yoke and let it deep, deep into your heart and mind, so that when you walk, you use my name to heal the blind. Use your gift for my glory and I will lift you up to see my face. When you come to that place where it's just you and I, your Father, because I will meet you there. Don't be scared, my perfect love has been perfected in you. The life you live is filled with my truth, and no one can snatch you out of my hand. I am the shepherd, you are my sweet sheep. So lay your head, I will guard your sleep. These are the promises of a loving God. It's all highlighted in red in my Bible, people. Religious acts we put on as a mask, that won't last when Jesus comes back. He hung there on the cross for 3 days. His blood washed all sins away. So how can I say I don't love him today? By his power of the resurrection, he has covered me with his forgiveness. Because he, Jesus Christ, bled just like you and me bleed when we get cut. And it wasn't just a normal crucifixion. He was ridiculed, beat up, scraped up, spit on. Jesus was tortured to the point that his flesh was ripped off apart by the Roman guards for us. Also that you and I would be covered by his love. Screaming at his face, crucify, crucify. Yet they had no idea what they were doing. He had no physical strength and he was hanging on the cross. I can't imagine the pain. His flesh was torn from his body. The Holy One of God came into this world to die. He was marred beyond any man has ever seen. It wasn't a choice, but Jesus wanted one thing: to get God's will done no matter what the cost. He looked like what you and I would look like if we were punished for our faults. And no one wants to get beat up, right? We don't want condemnation. That was the whole purpose of the Lamb of God, taking it all. He had no faults. He did nothing at all. He was perfect. He was holy and the only one righteous to condemn. But his will was to get us reconnected to the source of life, to become one with the vine. He was loving his Father because his Father loves us. That one who bore that cross, the weight of every mistake was laid upon him. Think about it. The whole wrath of God being laid upon one human being. He was human as can be. And he was there looking up into heaven, knowing that his will was being accomplished. It was fulfilled in Jesus himself. When I was a newborn Christian, I would always wonder why. His grace is so precious, and he said, my child, it's alright. I wanted to die, I wanted to give you life, and life more abundantly. What did I do? I'll tell you. I cried like never before because of Jesus and what he bore for me and the whole world. The most beautiful thing is that he rose and he defeated death. He was alive inside us. So when we see someone struggling, let's just say it's alright. You'll see, take this grace, take his gift, which is him, that was given by the God of glory. Just let him, Jesus Christ, complete your story.